Job chapter 42, verse 7. And it was so that after the Lord had spoken these words unto Job, the Lord said to Eliphaz the Temanite, My wrath is kindled against thee, and against thy two friends, for you have not spoken of me the things that is right, as my servant Job hath. Yes, you ask yourself, who was this Eliphaz? Eliphaz was one of the three friends of Job. They heard what happened to Job. They heard that things have gone wrong with Job. They also heard that all the investments, everything have disappeared. How his children, the servant, everything, they all died. They heard it. And they came to visit Job, and they saw the condition Job was. So when Job was sitting down there mourning, they came. They sat down with him. They didn't speak for some time. But after some time, they started accusing Job that it was Job's fault that made him to be in that condition. And that was why God was not happy with them. God spoke to them. When you came and saw Job in that condition, why did you add more? Why did you add more sorrow to the life of Job? You did not know what happened. If you are not aware, why didn't you consult God and ask God, why was Job in that condition? No, rather, they added more sorrow to Job. That is exactly what is happening in our life today. People are being accused, but what they don't know about. You might see a woman, you don't know what she has passed through in that home. You just concluded it was because of your character that made you not to be in that home. You don't know what happened. The God is trying to tell you and I today, may we not add to people's sorrow. May our words not drive people to become, to have suicide thoughts. May our words not make people to go into depression. You don't know what people are passing through. If you don't know what to say, God is trying to tell us to keep quiet, not to talk. Yes, he said they were accusing Job that it was his sin that brought calamities upon him. Without hearing from God, they were just speaking. So that was why God told them, he said, my wrath is kindled against thee. So God is trying to warn you and I today. What we don't understand, what we cannot explain, God said we should keep quiet. Why should we keep quiet? Keep quiet because so that you will not add more injury, more calamity, more sorrow to what people are passing through. You don't know what they are passing through. You just saw a woman, you just saw a man. You start passing judgment. That's exactly what happened to the three friends of Job. They started passing judgment upon Job. And that's what they said would have made Job to even go into depression, because Job was shocked. Oh, you, my friends, don't you also believe me? Do you understand that was what happened? So God is trying to tell you what you don't understand. The best thing is for you to keep quiet. So any word you are going to speak that will add more sorrow, that will bring more trauma, that will bring more calamity upon what people are already passing through, the Lord said you should not say it. You should not say it. What you don't understand, what you cannot explain, God said don't say it. Because he said in his word, Job 42 verse 7, my wrath is kindled against thee. So may the wrath of God not be kindled against us, because we are adding more sorrow and more trauma to what people are already passing through. You don't know what that woman passed through in that house. You don't know what that man passed through in that house. Your own is just to come and heap more sorrow. And that thing is enough. Some people will say, nobody believes me. I'm trying to explain. If you don't know what to do, the only thing you can do, if you don't want to keep quiet, go to the Lord in prayer and say, Father, why is she going through this? What actually happened? The Holy Spirit will come and speak to you. But sometimes God might not speak. Sometimes God might deliberately be quiet, because God also wants you to be quiet. God bless you.